Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to look at what it takes to play central midfield successfully, and we're also going to look at some individual training drills that you can do by yourself to enhance the skills needed to play this position more effectively. So the central midfielder has a variety of different roles to play in a football match that we won't be able to cover all of them today, but in a nutshell, the central midfielder is the link player between the defense and the attack. So the first and most important attribute needed to play central midfield is your ability to pass and control the ball. Typically, a lot of central midfielders can turn defense into attack in just 1 or 2 touches. So you need to develop this comfortability with the ball. And the best way to do that is either find a flat surface like this, I'm using a bench, or you can just use a wall or have a teammate to pass and receive with. And you've got to get used to passing off that surface, controlling it with 1 touch and then playing it with your 2nd touch. And you've also got to get used to playing it first touch as well. So another attribute that's going to make you a very successful central midfielder is your movement off the ball. And if you watch the top level central midfielders, they're not sprinting into the space demanding the ball. You'll see their movements are actually very subtle. They're almost very stealth-like. They don't want to be detected by the defender. They're just trying to find little pockets of space so that they can turn and unleash the attack. So this drill is designed to work on that. So we're going to play in that ball diagonally, getting around the marker that we've set out, and then we're going to be doing the exact same thing, opening up our body each time, because that's all it takes at the top level. It's just a couple of meters shuffling either side just to create a little bit of space to receive that pass. So this is a really good one for working on those small checking movements needed to be a good central midfielder. So let's look at this drill in action. Another attribute of all top level central midfielders is their ability to turn on the ball. So they can do it very quickly, almost in 1 movement at times, and it allows the play to move a lot quicker. So if they receive the ball on the turn, instead of taking the ball, taking a touch, turning, and then finding their pass, top level central midfielders, as they're receiving the pass, they have their head on a swivel, and they're able to take that ball in 1 touch, and then make that next pass in their 2nd or 3rd touch. And in some situations it turns defensive into attack in a split second. So if you have that ability, you're going to be a very effective central midfielder. So here's the drill. All we have is the same surface area to pass and receive off as we used before. I'm using a bench, use another teammate or a wall, receive that pass on the turn, and then find your target as early as possible. Instead of using an entire goal, aim for a smaller target. So I put cones in the bottom corners, just on the inside of the post there, aiming for a smaller target, because at the higher levels, not only do you want to find your player, you want to find the actual foot that they want to take it with. So if they want to take it with their right foot, you want to be able to pass to their right foot. You want to be very accurate with your passes. So if you make these training situations more challenging, you're going to be more accurate during a game. The next attribute that all top level central midfielders need to have is visual awareness. The ability to scan the field and always know where their teammates are and know where the opponents are. so that they can make decisions based on that information. And if we look at the best players in the world, it almost seems like they have eyes in the back of their head. Sometimes they'll receive a pass and play it without even looking. And it's not because they have some kind of psychic ability or anything like that. It's because they're always taking in information from the pitch. They've got their head on a swivel, constantly checking their shoulder, so that when the ball arrives at their feet, they've already chosen where they're going to play the next pass. And this drill is going to help you work on that. So this is how we're going to set it up. We've got the same surface that we're going to be passing and receiving off, and then we've got 4 different colored cones marking out a square. It really doesn't matter how big the square is, you can vary it, it's completely up to you. But what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be playing the ball off of the surface back to us, 1 and 2 touch passing just like we did in the first drill. But what we're going to do is, we're going to either have somebody to call out the colors of the cones, or what I like to do is, if I'm training by myself, I record into my smartphone, into the voice recorder. I'm just calling out randomly different colors based on what color cones I have. And then as I'm passing, I play that back to myself, and then it will constantly be calling out different color cones, and I have to react and take a touch in the direction of that color cone. Red. Yellow. Blue. Red. Green. Yellow. Red. And rest. So moving into this next drill, and this is a quality that separates good central midfielders from the best central midfielders. So a good central midfielder will play a pass accurately and kind of stand there, admire their pass and allow the play to go on. The best central midfielders play a pass and expect it to go accurate every single time, and then they follow their pass. So not only do they play a good ball, but they also get into a new space to make themselves available to keep up with their play and continue helping their team. So this is the drill that we've set up. It kind of reminds me of Barcelona's style of play. You'll see players like Messi and Iniesta doing this all the time, where they're playing passes and then they follow it, receive the ball again, play it off again, receive it back, and they're passing through the team and they end up scoring a goal. Ticky-tacky through the defense. So this is the setup here. So I've got the 2 surface areas this time. If you don't have any kind of wall or any kind of rebounder or anything like that, you can use a couple teammates after training, before training or something. So what we're going to be doing is trying to take 2 touch maximum. So we're going to play off the first surface, get the touch down, second one, getting the touch again, and then we're finishing, and I've again put a little marker on the inside of each post. We're going for accuracy. We really want to challenge our accuracy. Alright guys, so moving into the final drill now, and we're going to incorporate a bunch of the different things that we've been working on in the previous drills. We're also going to add a bit of dribbling in as well, because in the middle of the park it is very clustered at times, so you do need good tight ball control to get out of tight situations. So this is the drill. We're going to start with some tight ball control, so you can use whatever part of the foot, try and change up as much as possible, so you can use the inside, outside, just manipulating that ball. Then we've got 3 tall cones here. We're going to dribble out, and we're actually going to go around the outside of the cone using the outside of our foot, because this is a typical situation in a match for central midfielders. When they've got the ball, they get closed down by a defender, so they take the ball back, the defender follows, and then they can escape. And we're going to do that around all of the cones here. Then we're going to go around this side with the left foot, so it's good to use both feet. Back up to the 3rd cone, same thing again. And then we're going to come into this box here. So I've got 4 small discs marking out a box. And what we're going to do is a couple of juggles for some ball control, pick it up, get a touch, try and get the touch out of our feet so that we can come onto it first time. And then we've got the goal here again. And once again, I've marked out in the lower corners some smaller targets. so that we can improve our accuracy. We always want to challenge our accuracy. This time, instead of using the inside of our foot, we're going to use the laces and clip it, almost like we're doing a long ball, just working on that technique. So what we're going to do is point our standing foot towards whatever side we're aiming for. And we're going to clip it with the top of the laces, just into the side there, just a nice little clip, changing feet either time, so that we're working on both the right foot and the left foot to try and make them as equal as possible. So let's have a look at this drill. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, but more importantly, I hope you central midfielders out there learned something new that you can take away and apply to your own game to make you a better player. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button for me, hit the subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.